Dear students, in the last section we have seen entity relationship diagram. In this section we will see organization of the SRS, and this is the last topic of unit 2. So organization of the SRS. The Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, that is IEEE, has published guidelines and standards to organize an SRS document. But the different projects may require their requirements to be organized differently. Okay, so this organization of SRS gives only the guidelines to organize the SRS. In this, the first two sections are same for all the projects, only the difference is there in the third section. So this organization consists of, first is introduction, which consists of what is the purpose of the software, what is the scope of the software, then the definition that are used in the SRS, acronyms and abbreviations, then references from which we have taken the references, and overview. Overview means the structure of the SRS. Section 1 contains this, section 2 contains this, section 3 contains this. Okay, so that is the overview. Then second section is the overall description. So it consists of product perspective, in which it consists of system interfaces, then interfaces, which are the hardware interfaces for the software system, which are the software interfaces of the system, which are the software, their version, their source, their specification number. Then communication interfaces, which consist of the local networks. Then memory constraints, whether we are using primary memory or secondary memory. Then operations, the normal and special operations required by the users, and site adaptation requirement. So this is the second section. Second section is having again product function, which are the functions of the product which we are developing. What are the user characteristics? User characteristics means it describes the educational level as well as experience of the user, as well as technical expertise. Okay, then constraint specify the constraints of that software product, like regularity policies, parallel operation, audit function, control function, higher order language requirements. All these constraints are specified here. Then assumptions and dependency, what are the assumptions and what are the dependency, and approaching of requirements. And next is the third section. So it is, this is different according to the different software product. Okay, so it consists of specific requirements. It gives the specific requirements of the software product, and it gives the details requirement of the software product, and it should state that the SRS should meet all the characteristics of SRS, like your SRS should be correct, it should be unambiguous, it should be complete, it should be consistent, it should be verifiable, it should be modifiable, and it should be traceable. Okay, then it gives the external interfaces of the software system. It gives the functions of the system, what are the functional requirements of that system. Then performance requirement of the system, like the number of terminals to be supported, the number of simultaneous users, and amount and type of information to be handled. The logical database requirements, what are the logical database requirements, like type of information used by various functions, frequency of use, accessing capabilities, and this. Then design constraints, software system attributes. These are the most important. Software system attributes are like reliability, The software should be reliable. Availability, the software should be available 24/7. Security, the software should provide the security. Maintainability, maintainability means that software should be maintained. Then portability, the software should run on any platform. Okay, so these are the quality attributes of the software: reliability, availability, security, maintainability, portability, then integrity, efficiency. So these are the characteristics of the software system. Then organization of specific requirement and additional comment. So this is the organization of the SRS, in which the first two sections are same for all the products, only there is a difference in section 3. Okay, and your SRS should be, the characteristics of SRS is it should be complete, it should be consistent, it should be correct, it should be modifiable, it should be traceable. So these are the characteristics. So we have to check the document for completeness and consistency, conformance to standards, then requirements, conflicts, technical errors and ambiguous requirement. Okay, so this is the organization of SRS.